And now for something completely different. If you'd like to watch the extended version of this video, then please click join down below to become an official member of the channel, or follow the link in the description to my Patreon, where you also get the extended and uncensored versions of these videos. Now, without further ado, let's get on with the video. It is criminally difficult to get me to laugh at stuff. I find a very specific type of thing funny, and I can't really show it on YouTube because it got flagged before. YouTube actually did demonetize one of my videos where I reacted to things that actually make me laugh. And I'm so unbelievably sadistic, apparently, that stuff is not safe for YouTube. So, we're gonna go through and see if I can find literally anything that's family friendly that can make me laugh today, because boy, do I need it. It's a beautiful day outside. Here I am, recording videos in the middle of the day. Oh, boo-hoo. I know. Life of a YouTuber, incredibly privileged, and it is. That's why I'm still smiling. So let's see if we can make this goth laugh, shall we? And I'm actually going to put the ball in your court. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you'd like to see me do in a video if I laugh. What could I do at that moment that I could do to punish myself if I laugh at something that's funny? And I know you guys are gonna be like, take a shot, get drunk. That is an option, but I'd prefer not to do that. Now let's get into the funny ha-has. Is that Brighton? Pretty sure that's Brighton. Pretty sure she just smashed someone's windscreen. Run, bitch! Run! Yeah, whose car did she just smash? Is her car. It's not her car. Right, so we have no idea whose car this is. I'm assuming it's hers. It could possibly be a rental.
If I hear any of you yelling chicken jockey in this theater, I will be calling the authorities. Not
Aquafina?
for you, but for me, after I beat your ass.
Yeah, it's children that are losing their minds over chicken jockey. So I am so out of the loop for modern liberalism. Is it okay if women threaten children with violence? It's hard to keep up these days. The goalposts are always shifting.
Where's the other remote?
I'm so hungry.
You just eaten?
I'm just so hungry I could eat a fizz.
What's a fizz?
Just by his tattoos alone, I know this guy. I know what he's thinking. I know what his interests are. I know what he does on the weekends. I know everything about this guy. There are British archetypes. He's one of them.
No, just a fizz. I'm so hungry I could eat a fizz.
You're a wrong un. That's my... No. That's so wrong. Why would you say that?
Why not?
Because you...
It's my least favorite English accent. In fact, that's not true. My least favorite, here's a fun fact, my least favorite English accent is the Liverpool accent. The Scouser. I hate that accent so much. It sounds like Brussels sprouts in my ears. Let me explain. You know that sort of bitterness that you get from Brussels sprouts? And you're like, ugh, it's an acquired taste. And boy, did it take a while to be acquired. But that taste is what I hear whenever Scousers talk to me. I've said this before, man, but like, hottest chick in the world, right? Imagine her, your version of it, just so that this really comes across to you. If she had a Scouse accent, no thanks. Actually, you're pretty good looking. Yeah, you're well fit, you are. Thank you, miss. I will now get on the next train south.
Okay, away they go for the second round. Duncan taking an early lead. Archive put up some resistance.
Come on, patient. Well done. Come on, Archive.
Jesus Christ. Properly yanked. Also, a very good use of sound to create the scene. That was quite nice. That was quite good.
Let's have a picture. Lovely, but can you step to your left a little?
I already know what he's doing.
A little bit more. A right tiny bit. Left tiny bit. Perfect.
Yep, that's my man. That's my man. Very good. Why are we getting unhinged Jesus love comments in everything? What is satanic about this? Jesus died for you. He died for our sins, and he loves you. Wow, it sounds like Jesus had some expectations here. It sounds like he only did something because he wants something in return. He is the king spreading the God. Why? What triggered? It's bots, Jake. Come on, dude. Wake up. The internet is primarily bots, especially TikTok. especially TikTok. Yeah, so there seems to be like this running thing where people are becoming, ironically, becoming aware of the first time they became aware. How meta. Wow. A lot of people seem to say it was 5. That's very late. I think that's how you can know you're an NPC when you switch on at 5. Sorry. Sorry, you're not sentient, says Jake Monroe. What I will say is, though, my memory switched on when I was 2 years old. And I know I was 2 years old because my first memory, one of my first ever memories, was watching Power Rangers, the first episode of the Power Rangers on television. And I remember getting all the Power Ranger toys thereafter. The original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger toys with like the, you know, the diamonds on the chest, like the original stuff. So my memories go back really far. I've been sentient and aware of this hellhole for far longer than I should have been. I should have had many more years of ignorant bliss. And instead I became aware almost immediately. Dump her immediately. Oh, but you think there might be something there we could work? Save yourself the trouble. Dump her immediately. I think that's probably going to piss people off more than what Tesco does and all these other food stores. If they don't sell their produce or their baked goods by a certain date, they just throw it away. Then everyone's just kind of like, oh my god, what a waste of food. Oh my goodness, this is so... And now back to work and watching television, because who honestly cares? But I think people would be far more upset if they en masse learned that this is what happens to alcohol. Welcome to Newcastle. Yep. This is the North. The UK is a shithole. There is not a single redeeming feature left in the UK. British culture, gone. In fact, not only gone, being replaced by a far less endearing culture. The UK is lost, and its own government is responsible for it. You know how LA looks? With just like homeless drug addicts all over the floor? Pissing, shitting, bleeding, fighting, screaming, killing. Imagine that's not just a few places in LA. That's an entire country. You're now thinking of the UK. Congratulations. Now you know what the UK looks like.
Dude, I'm so hungry right now. I could eat Graham Spearman.
My friend who drowned in the Spokane River back in 2008.
That guy had that loaded. That's why it's so difficult to believe any of this is genuine. Also, again, I've said this a million times before, but this is quite obvious to notice that you're being filmed.
I got mad respect for Carl. I hope he doesn't die.
There needs to be a case study on the obsession that a specific type of what, in fact, not even specific, that white women have for Twilight. What happened? You see, we lads knew that something was happening between women and Twilight. We knew there was something there, something tangible, something scary. But we could not have foreseen exactly how deep that obsession, how deeply our women were affected by this series until decades later, where seemingly completely normal grown-up women can recite the entire movie having not seen it in several years. What is that about? What did that movie capture within women that has been so prolific, so deeply ingrained, so Pavlovian? And it is Pavlovian because there are certain visual and audio triggers that will make women recite certain lines from the movie. Something happened between women and this movie, and men are still baffled by it, but we know there's something there. Is it because Bella is... It's a fantasy, isn't it? It's the same reason why all these fucking horrendous porno books are going viral amongst bored, unfulfilled women. It's because their fantasies, unlike men's, are entirely unachievable and unrealistic. The situation that Bella is in that movie, the way she's treated, the boys she has chasing her, the life she has, it has to be that female fantasy. why are female fantasies so unbelievably insane? Has anyone noticed this? I feel like I've just noticed it. You can find male fantasies very quickly by a simple Google search. Ask any man, like, what's your fantasy? And they'll be like, oh, you know, this. And he'll be like, yeah, page 2, actually, on this website I just found. And like, yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'll take that on. Thanks very much. Female fantasies, however, the reason why women don't use porn websites is because you could not possibly make a video of it. You couldn't possibly. There's not a Hollywood budget on earth that could create or recreate the female fantasy in video form. Can't be done. It cannot be done. Hence why it's written in books. But I think the closest we ever got was Twilight. I think that's what it was. I think the closest we ever came visually was Twilight. That's lady porn. Right there. Boys, you got X videos and P-Hub and all that kind of stuff, and you can find what you need by typing in a few keywords and you're good. Women, however, they need a trilogy, a narrative, a book series that also accompanies it, a budget capable of portraying some of the things that would need to happen to this woman for her to be finally fulfilled sexually. Ah, men are in trouble, man. Men are in trouble, dude.
Do you want to get us a little snack, or?
What? I'm so confused. Please explain. Cream eggs were vile before. I never understood this. This is this weird shit. Ugh, cream eggs are disgusting. What are you talking about? Cream eggs are the greatest confectionery ever made. Ever made. If you don't like it, it's because you have shit taste and your brain, your taste buds couldn't possibly comprehend the divinity that exists within a Cadbury cream egg. Now I get it. America, your chocolate, and I need you to listen closely to this, your chocolate tastes like dried vomit that has been painted brown and then made out of chalk also. Your chocolate is dog shit. Out of the entire world and their own version of chocolate, yours is the least convincing version of chocolate. Every single chocolate bar you have is a mock version of chocolate. It's not chocolate. I know you have to market it as that, but legally, it's not. It's not good enough. It does not meet the quality standards to be considered chocolate by literally any other nation on earth. So I'm beginning to understand that maybe Cadbury cream eggs in the US are horrendous. So I'm beginning to realize that maybe people who don't like some of the greatest chocolate confectionery on earth ever made are probably Americans who have terrible, terrible chocolate standards. These guys are British, but what I'm saying is a lot of people who don't like cream eggs are probably Americans. I know these guys are British. I know. But if you don't like cream eggs, you're insane. You're broken, you're wrong, you're incorrect, okay? You're deformed in some way. Stunted. And only a great level of surgery and therapy is ever going to make you a normal human being.
Beep beep. Excuse me. Hello? Hola. ¿Cómo está? Konnichiwa. Beep beep. Hello.
Oh, people who just have absolutely zero self-awareness. No spatial awareness, no self-awareness. They just trudge along, looking at the floor until their forehead bumps on the location that they're trying to get to. And they're like, oh! And as soon as they get their coffee, straight out the door. Can't hear anything, can't see anything, don't respond to anything. You fidgety moron. Stand still. Watching you is making me agitated. It reminds me of my brother was like that. Just always just like... It's like, focus! Focus! And don't give me the ADHD bullshit. You just never learn to focus. But that's genuinely funny to me because someone got hurt by accident, which as we have now all learned is my favorite thing. That's what makes me laugh. When people get hurt. That's what makes me laugh. That's what makes me giggle.
No, I just caught my toe on a rocker stone, lost control, and dropped my chocolate cone, walking home all alone from the stop and go. Fuck! Now my day's ruined.
A little bit.
Stupid rock, I hate you and your gray human. Somebody clean this path. Somebody clean this path before I get a season's pass to beat your ass.
See, now this is interesting, right? Because I've always said this, be careful what you go viral for, because you'll have to do it for the rest of your life. I went on about this on a stream relatively recently. I might post the entire clip to a stream highlights channel. If I did, the link is down below. Go check it out because I went on about it. Because people are so desperate to find a viral because they know a viral leads to money, which leads to people knowing who you are. But the problem is, people tend to forget that you're meant to use a viral in order to trigger a career. If you can't recreate or enhance a viral that you've done, then it's useless. You can't redo the joke. The trend is over. Whatever it was that you hopped on or that you did by complete accident, you can't do it again, right? The viral moment's gone. You had a viral and then you've gone back to hunting for another viral because you're just not smart enough. However, this guy could have just done an Eminem impression and that would have been the end of it. And it's like, yeah, he's the guy that does the Eminem impression. Here's how this guy has made this interesting. He's creating raps around a scenario that he has created for these TikToks, and that is actually quite interesting. It's not just an Eminem impression, which would get boring very quickly. This guy is using his Eminem impression to recreate more viral videos, and that's respectable. This is how you do it. Yes, it's harder, but you can create a career out of this. You can become prolific and actually have a sustainable career that you are respected for, rather than just constantly hunting viral ideas that don't lead anywhere because you're just hopping on trends that die as fast as they come. Soft launching a headache, you know what they're talking about. Yeah, I can't wait to hang out tomorrow. Just letting you guys know though, I am starting to feel a little bit faint, sowing the seeds of disappointment. So that whenever the day really comes and you're like, okay, we're gonna meet up, it's like, nah, I see that thing that I said like 3 days ago that I had, it's now worse. Nobody likes those people. Nobody likes them. Like, commit to your friends. Friendships do not last. They don't. People will eventually get tired and bored and impatient trying to hang out with you, and they will move on. And then you will be upset. Like, how they just ghosted me. It's because every time they try to hang out with you, you can't be fucked. You're so wrapped up in your own life, your own world, that you couldn't spare a few hours to hang out with someone who actually wanted to be around you and listen to your bullshit for a couple of hours. That's because they don't want to listen to other people's bullshit, right? It's a one-way street. Listen to my stuff. I don't want to listen to yours. I don't want to listen to other people's bullshit. I don't. I also don't want to tell other people my bullshit either. So I don't bother with it. And it's very peaceful. And I have so much time on my hands to release videos. So if you're the kind of person that does this, that like constantly tries to weasel out of commitments that you've made with your friends, don't be surprised when they just ghost you. We've all seen these people being online just like, my friends they ghosted me and they don't talk to me anymore. I tried messaging them and they're just like being weird. It's probably because you just never ever give back to them what they give to you. You just take, and they're sick of it, and you lack the self-awareness to realize that this has been your behavior. If you're ever unsure, then just do what I do and actively pursue having no friends in your life. It's pretty great. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this weird video. I don't know where this was going. I don't know what we did today, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of stuff to talk about. I feel like I've spoken about a lot of stuff. If you want to continue watching this video for another 5 minutes, click join down below or follow the link in the description to the Patreon, and there is an extended version of this video already out for you to enjoy. But until then, I had a great day today because I made it a great day, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye, everyone.